Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, our holiday coverage kicks off with a good one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's dead. At the 19.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10.
What is up?
They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, here's Williams. Heady rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And it's 3.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. A little juke. And now he spins free. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Okay, ready?
They'll set up to throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
19, Charger, 19. Ready,
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Gathered not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Lions 7, Bears nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Not liking the look, they'll change the play.
3rd and 15.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This is taken at the 18. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
These 2 teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one. So they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Second and 7. They'll look to throw here. Left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. For their 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Looking to put a drive together. On 1st down, they'll start out with Wright. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
And 10. At the
They'll go right back to Wright. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. You talk about this Lions defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season, but boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
From the gun, here's Williams. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect, incomplete. We'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go. Here's Williams. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Ready! 70 Timberwolves.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Bears' 39-yard line.
Get it!
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Viking, Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Lions 21, Bears 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been... And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. He stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. This is intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they'll run it here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll get 34 yards there.
And the Lions
Come on,
down.
come on. Hey,
First and
Cowboys.
10 at the 38-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
Second and 10.
Panthers.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10.
Times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
4 yards.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called, they are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Go.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it is 28-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
They're on the 35-yard line.
his offense ready to go for their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football. It's something that needs to build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before and get back to it.
The Bears on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Watch
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Now, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. But a nice play he made there.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
41-yard line.
Come on.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll find his man on the outside. And he gets his down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
34-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. They'll look to throw here on first down. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1 yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Chicago.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Play action. Now Williams. Open man down the field. It's Burden.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
The final shot before break.
Williams. Quick throw there is incomplete. So barring a touchback, this is likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This side is out. To win it down.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw now on first down. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 11. And incomplete on the deep ball. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Dragon 60. Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop it with authority.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll run on first down with Wright. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
To throw, Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're going to try and throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he is going to have the Bears first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
That's good for the Bears. First down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Bears.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Ready, ready.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Panthers 60. Panthers.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
It's gonna be quick. Oh, you made them in the jail before? Whoa, you know the mother catch you run with, get done with, jump quick. You gonna broke the dog with some bump. They go to click, now 1-1.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Another run for Gibbs here. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
70 Lions.
Oh, man, I can't believe this. Come on, what are we doing? Why can't we score?
Check out.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he is going to have the Lions first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but he would still bring up a 4th down.
Nineteen Tiger.
Hold, go, 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 go. Hold.
Go.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Lions take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, probably got to take a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, Coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, here's Williams. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the score.
Williams loses the football. And this is scooped up by the line. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
It's 2nd down.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Vegas, Vegas! Yes, 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 yes!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing is Williams.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
And he'll go doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Wright is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad.
14.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Back to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
What? Yeah. Really, I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Cougar 19. Check out.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Only a yard. It's 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
They're on just 1 yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Williams.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To the air, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Williams.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
On 4th down, here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing the Department. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll go again here with Wright. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
What is up?
On 3rd down, here's a run by Wright.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 2nd or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and